This is the hidden front line in Nigeria's war against terror. Footage, filmed by a soldier and sent to DW News, reveals the conditions his unit is forced to endure.
This is the place where soldiers are living. We face challenges during rainy season because of the leaky roof. We put tarpaulin up here, but it doesn't help much. So when rain falls, water pours in.
But his greatest fear isn't the leaky roof, it's the lack of ammunition. In a text, he told us, "We don't have enough arms and ammunition. Each soldier has 2 magazines and 30 rounds are loaded into each one. If the 60 rounds finish, that means they have endangered our lives. That is why you hear stories about soldiers running away from criminals or getting killed because we don't have enough weapons to fight them." For years, Nigerian soldiers fighting insurgents have posted videos like this online, complaining about poor welfare. With less than 300,000 active military personnel serving a nation of over 200 million, analysts say the system is stretched to its breaking point.
Our soldiers, our military, they need to be motivated. We have soldiers out there that their salaries in a month is still not up to the minimum wage.
Nigeria is fighting a 16-year insurgency in the north, which has now worsened with the breakout of different criminal gangs. Thousands have been killed and millions displaced. Nigeria is now number 6 in the latest global terrorism index as the country experiences a resurgence of violence by jihadist Boko Haram and other armed groups. Apart from civilian casualties, hundreds of soldiers have been killed in attacks on army bases and ambushes by militants who are believed to own more sophisticated weapons than the military. Analysts worry soldiers could switch sides.
Haven't you heard that soldiers were involved in kidnapping activities in this country? Haven't you heard that soldiers were involved in armed robbery?
Despite years of these videos and unresolved investigations, the Nigerian government's official response is denial.
These are just isolated instances. You find, as always, disgruntled elements of the armed forces, putting out such kind of video. But on the whole, I think this is not the direction. I think many of them are happy with what government is providing for them.
While the new army chief has assured that troop welfare is now his top priority, it's a promise soldiers on the front lines have heard before. But the soldier who sent us this footage had a direct response to the official claims.
It's a lie, I repeat, it's a lie. They are not doing anything for us. Nothing. They are lying to the president that soldiers are living well. But it's not true. We are suffering.
Today, we are going deep into a story most Nigerians never get to see, a story behind the headlines, behind the uniforms, behind the salutes. A story of men, ordinary men with families, dreams, and hopes, who wake up every morning, not knowing if that day will be their last. This is the reality of the Nigerian soldier. And trust me, their truth is far tougher than many people imagine. In every corner of Nigeria. From the scorching heat of Maiduguri to the dense forest of Zamfara and the riverbank settlements in Niger, there are soldiers standing guard. But behind their strength, behind their courage, there is a silent struggle Nigerians hardly talk about. For years, Nigeria has been fighting a long-running jihadist insurgency. Boko Haram, ISWAP, bandits, and several armed groups continue to threaten communities. And while we hear these names on the news, what we don't hear is what the soldiers on the front line are going through right now. You see, on paper, Nigeria has one of the largest armies in Africa. But in reality, the boots on the ground are stretched thin, very thin. Some battalions that should have hundreds of men are left with barely half. Some units rotate endlessly because there's simply no one else to take their place. And these soldiers, they are tired. Not tired because they lack courage, no. Nigeria's soldiers are brave. Nigeria's soldiers are loyal. Nigeria's soldiers are resilient. But even the strongest man breaks when the system around him is broken. We are fighting with bare hands, the voice from the battlefield. Many soldiers on the front line whisper the same story. We are fighting with little equipment. Imagine being asked to defend a village with rifles older than you. Imagine going into battle with just a handful of ammunition. Imagine knowing your enemy has drones, motorcycles, RPGs, and fresh supplies, while you are working with whatever is left in the armory. Some soldiers say they use their own money to buy basic survival materials, torchlights, uniforms, boots, even food. Yes, food. There are camps where meals are so poor that soldiers rely on local villagers just to eat decently. One soldier described his camp like this. The enemy fears us, but if they ever see how we actually live, they will pity us. This is what they go through daily. The pain of low pay. Now imagine earning a salary that barely takes care of your wife and children. Imagine sending money home but still hearing your family say, "Dad, things are hard, we need help." Imagine being shot in battle, surviving, and still going home to a hospital where even basic pain relief is not available. This is the silent heartbreak. Many soldiers stay because of duty, not because the pay encourages them. Some have gone months without allowances. Some return from deadly missions to find that the financial rewards they were promised never came. And yet, they keep fighting. Why? Because they believe that if they don't stand firm, nobody else will. Dismal living conditions. Some of the barracks across Nigeria look like abandoned buildings, cracked walls, leaking roofs, overgrown grass, and broken toilets. The same men who protect the nation live in conditions that are not fit for the heroes they are. A soldier once said, "The only time the barracks gets renovated is when a VIP is coming for inspection." Imagine living in such a place and still being expected to fight with full morale. The emotional burden. The hardest part of being a soldier in Nigeria is not the gunfire. It's not even the harsh environment. It is the loneliness. Many frontline soldiers have gone months, even close to a year, without seeing their families. Their children grow up without hugging them. Their wives sleep alone every night, praying that the next phone call is not the one they fear the most. Every gunshot reminds them, "I may not go home again." Imagine that level of mental stress. Imagine holding a rifle not just for your country, but because you want to live long enough to see your daughter finish school. Analysts are worried. And here's why. Security experts have raised a serious concern. One that should wake every Nigerian up. They warn that desperate soldiers could switch sides. Not because they support the enemy. Not because they want the country to fail. But because desperation can push a starving man to do the unthinkable. Imagine fighting every day, risking your life, watching your friends die, all while the enemy offers better weapons, better food, better pay, and better living conditions. Is it right? Of course not. But is it understandable? Sadly, yes. This is what happens when heroes are neglected. The nation owes them more. Nigeria cannot win this war if its soldiers remain exhausted, hungry, underpaid, and under-equipped. No country treats its frontline soldiers this way and expects victory. These men deserve better weapons, better intelligence, better pay, better living quarters, better healthcare, better recognition. Because without the Nigerian soldier, there is no Nigeria. A call to Nigerians. Whether we like it or not, these men are the reason millions of Nigerians sleep in peace at night. They are the reason villages still stand. They are the reason schools can reopen. They are the reason markets can operate. They are the shield between chaos and peace. So the next time you see a soldier, remember, he is not just wearing a uniform. He is wearing the weight of a nation. The next time you hear gunshots in a faraway state, remember, someone's son is standing in front of that danger. And the next time you talk about the insecurity in Nigeria, remember, there are men who wake up every day and choose to fight, even when the country gives them very little to fight with. Our soldiers are gallant. Our soldiers are brave. But bravery needs support. Courage needs resources. Sacrifice needs recognition. The Nigerian soldier has given everything. Now it is time for Nigeria to give something back.